Hey, this is a video for tools that we use in our wholesaling business. I've done some videos on individual tools with more detail. This is just like a overview of all the tools that we use. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. I'll try and make a note of which ones are available in alternate versions for free, especially for people who are starting out. But this is Loom that I'm using to record this. They give you 25 videos for free, and then you have to start paying. I think it's like $15 a month. And also Screencastify, the extension through Google is similar. I think they might give you hours, but you hit a certain number of recorded video hours, and then you have to start paying. And those will automatically save to your drive with Screencastify. But like I said, it's limited. So if you're going to do a lot of videos, you're going to have to end up paying for something. And we do, well, maybe that's not true. Maybe there's a free something you can use. There's a screen recorder extension on Google too that I haven't really explored. But so that just leads me to Drive. We use Drive for all of our team stuff. We have Google Drive that we use. We've got, a team folder in here. That's our Screencastify folder with all our instructional videos or tutorials. And then, like I said, we've got team folder and different subfolders in here for all the different stuff that we use. We also use in the Google Suite, use Google Meet for our team meetings. Really easy to use, and it's free for an hour. If you go over an hour, then you have to start paying. There's a workaround with that too that I don't totally remember. I think if you just start a new meeting rather than a scheduled meeting, you can probably go over an hour. We normally schedule our meetings, and we don't usually need more than an hour, so that's fine, and it works great for team meeting stuff. And then for analysis, I guess I'll go to CRM. For our CRM, we're using Podio. It's the CRM that most people use. We use it because it's the most flexible that I've found in terms of you can kind of build your own. We just got the basic Podio set up, and then we just built what we wanted. They have a suite of apps that you can use, and you can customize the apps. We have communications, tasks, seller leads, disposition, transaction coordination. We have a calendar, contacts, buyer list, campaigns, et cetera, et cetera. We have KPI tracking in here and a few more apps. Also follow-up sequences, owner financing deals tracker, reports, et cetera. So yeah, I tried another CRM that was good, but this one's better because of the customization, especially with doing land, because a lot of these CRMs are geared toward people who are either real estate agents or wholesalers who are working on houses, and it's just a little bit different when you're doing land wholesaling. And I did extensive research on CRMs. I mean, I looked at 10 of them, looked at all the YouTube videos and reviews and all that stuff. And I tried a couple other ones, and then I ended up using one for a little while, and then it was limited. And then I ended up going here, and this is the one that has worked well for us for a while now, probably well over a year. So then from there, we got property analysis tools, PropStream. A lot of people use. We like this a lot. It's a really good tool for finding comps and a lot of information about properties that you need. You can get tax value and measurements. You can find mortgage and transaction history. You can see if things are on the MLS. You can pull lists on PropStream. They give you 10,000 free listings per month. So, if you're pulling lists to do cold calling or direct mail marketing or texting, you've got 10,000 free listings that you can pull per month. So that's cool. We use it for pulling listings for marketing, for trying to find sellers. We also use it for trying to find buyers. You can, you can search cash buyers in a given area, and then you can do all the different filters for lists if you're trying to find, if you're looking for whatever, divorce or probate or low equity, high equity, et cetera. All that stuff's in here. This does cost, I think it's like $100 a month and then $20 for each additional team member. So, if you're just starting out, you might not want to jump in. There are other ways to find information for free. There's a really cool one that just came out recently, PropWire. It's basically the same thing as PropStream. It aggregates all the data from the counties, and you can do this for free, and you can actually pull lists in here for free too. The only setback to this one, the only drawback to this one for land is that this one will only pull properties that have a street address, and a lot of vacant lots do not yet have a street address. They only have a parcel number, a legal description. So you can still get a lot of vacant land listings on this. It'll just be only ones that have been designated with a street number, but it won't be ones that have only an APN. So this is a great tool if you're starting off because it's free. You can pull lists, you can do all the property search information and comps and everything in PropWare. So that's a good one. Sometimes for analysis, we'll use LandGlide. This helps us just finding, you can look up tax values on this, and you can see topography, which PropStream doesn't give you. We don't get topography or flood zones or things like that on PropStream, but here you can, it'll show you, where water is, and then there's different, you can measure on this. You can measure the size of a lot. They're measuring tools. You can do layers here and see satellite views, and you can see topographical maps. LandGlide is free. There's a free trial on this, and then I think it's like $10 a month. It's really useful, especially if you're driving around looking at properties, because you can go to a property and this little blue dot, if you're using the app on your phone, will show you where you are, and you can sort of walk the boundaries. I've done that with buyers before, just used the LandGlide app on my phone to walk the boundaries, or I've gone out to lots and put flags on the corners using the app. So it's probably worth $10 a month if you're doing, a lot of land deals. There are a variety of things we use it for some analysis, for finding topography, for measuring things. And you can even go in here and you can find, like if I'm looking at, it's showing me where I am, but you can see, I don't want to go too in depth here, but you can see the market value of the land in the building, the size. You can find the owner information on here. So if you're driving for dollars and you see something, you could track down the person using that. So then what else do we have here for analysis? We also use Zillow. Zillow's got pretty good information sometimes with Zestimates. Their Zestimates can be pretty accurate. I know some people don't like them, but I've heard they're getting more and more accurate. I think they're better for houses than for land, but definitely good. I think I have another video on using this for analysis, but we use Zillow. We use one called Landmodo, but that's more for selling. That's more on the dispo end. So as far as sellers, when we're skip tracing, we're using direct skip. You can skip trace on PropStream, has that capability. Launch Control, which we use for our text blasting, also has skip tracing. The most cost-effective skip tracing that we've found has been direct skip. If you buy in bulk, they have the lowest rate. It's like 6 cents if you're buying in bulk, but all the different platforms have different rates and different deals, but I think you're more likely to spend like 10, 11 cents per listing on PropStream or some of these other platforms where you would skip trace. So we found that that's the better price, and we're doing a lot of skip tracing, so we use direct skip. Trying not to skip around here too much. Let's see what else. Launch Control is where we do our text blasting. I've got another video on this, but we upload our skip trace list to this, and then we blast text on this. This is also a subscription service. I think the lowest level starts off at $400 a month, but that's really the cheapest way to get into marketing, I think, because direct mail costs a bunch of money, and cold calling, well, I guess if you're going to do your own cold calling, that would be the cheapest way, because you can get a 3-line dialer and dial yourself and get leads until you have enough money to hire somebody to do your cold calling for you, or to do launch control at $400 a month, plus the skip tracing cost. What other tools do we have here? I know I got a bunch of tabs open. Textedly we use for sending deals out for disposition. So I guess for acquisition, we're using launch control, and then we do direct mail. We have a direct mailing company that we get our list and pull it and send it over to them, and then they mail out the mailers. So that's expensive. Direct mail is costing like 60 to 70 cents per piece. And you want to be doing thousands of pieces at a time to get any good result with direct mail. So that's another thing. If you're just starting off, you probably don't want to do that right away, because response rate, depending on your market, is probably like 1%, maybe 2% if you're lucky. Podio, launch control, all this stuff. So then for disposition, We use MailerLite, which I don't have pulled up here, but it's MailerLite is free, and you can put in your flyer and uh, you know put your mailing list in there, the buyers that you're starting to build relationships with, and then you can mail stuff out to them on MailerLite for free. There are upgraded versions, but we've never upgraded, and it serves us well. Um, we use Textedly for text blasting buyers. We skip trace the buyer list from PropStream, and then we send out text in Textedly. Um, we haven't upgraded to a launch control account for buyers yet because it's $400 a month, and Textedly is like, I think the entry level is about around $30 a month, and you can send, I don't know how many texts, 500 texts or something. Yeah, I think we send more than that, but I don't know the exact plan. Also, for marketing, we use Facebook a lot, and that's free, right? You can put stuff on Facebook Marketplace and on Facebook groups, just finding um, real estate investment groups and posting your listings there. And then also on Facebook Marketplace, you'll get a lot of response. That's free. You can do Craigslist. We found a little bit more of a mixed result with Craigslist, but it's definitely a way to attract some buyers. And then yard signs, buy some yard signs off of Amazon, and just bandit signs, and write for sale and your phone number and put it in the lot that you have for sale. And you'll get calls from people driving by. You'll get calls from buyers, from neighbors and stuff, and it will help you build your buyer list and maybe find a buyer for your lot. So I recommend yard signs for sure, bandit signs. And then what else do we use for dispo? I think those are the main things we're using right now. Just building a mailing list is the biggest thing, and getting to know people and starting to find buyers in the markets that you're in. Obviously, going to real estate meetup events, if you have any, a real estate investors association is a really good thing. I forgot to mention GIS too for a property analysis tool. Every county, every county in every state, I think, has a geographic information systems thing. It's GIS. I just type in GIS in the county I'm looking for, but you can search properties, you can find owners, you can find flood zones, topography, measuring tools, all that stuff in GIS. So definitely a good analysis tool that's free. You can find tax records and sometimes permits for perk and stuff like that on here too. And then, yeah, the only other thing is if you have staff that you're paying, or VAs or whatever, we use Clockify for tracking time. And then we use, and this is another one I've researched. I think I did another more in-depth video on this, but I researched a few. We've tried a couple. Clockify was the easiest to use. It's free, and you can track hours in here. So we use that, and then we use Wise for payments. That's the one that gets people the most money in the Philippines and charges the fewest fees to us and to the receiver of the money. And as far as hiring, we've used Upwork, and we've used Online Jobs PH. Upwork is free. I like Online Jobs PH better. I feel like I get a better quality of applicant there. And that's like $69 for a month, but you can cancel it and then you can rejoin anytime. So if you're hiring somebody, it's basically $69, and then you get a whole bunch of applicants, and then you cancel it. And then if you're going to hire again, you re-up again. So it's not like you're subscribing for, the whole year. But yeah, that is, I think, the round robin of all the tools. Oh yeah, we do owner finance deals. So we use Clear now for our owner finance payments. It's a tenant and landlord payment platform, but it works really well for the owner finance payments too. Same thing. It's just auto debit from the person's checking account, and it's fairly easy, and we just get the money coming into our bank accounts. Oh, so speaking of bank accounts, we use Novo for a business banking account. It's an online banking, and it's free, no monthly fees or anything, and really easy to use, and I like it a lot. There's also Bluevine, which actually pays you interest. The one drawback to Novo for business banking is that you can't do wire transfers from there. So you have to transfer money to another bank to do a wire transfer if you're buying a property. But Bluevine, you can do wire transfers. So that's one thing. And they have interest. You earn interest on the balance that you have in your account. Yeah, I was just looking at my list to see if there's anything else. Yeah, Slack. I mentioned Slack, and I have another video on that. But we use Slack for all our team communication. So if you have, three or more people, probably this would be a good idea or something like it. We just have all of our different threads that we report stuff in, and then you can do direct messages if you want to do one or two people. There are even huddles in here where you can, talk to people, audio or video in there. So I recommend that for team communication if you have a bigger team. And then I think that's all the tools. That's just like the tool roundup and some of the costs. Slack is free, and oh yeah, a smartphone goes along with Podio, and that's what we use for calling and texting. It's pretty easy to use. It's links with Podio. You can get phone numbers here. This is really simple. You just search a contact or plug in the number. You can call or text them. You can get you've got an inbox here, and it allows you to call and text out of Podio too if you're using Podio as your CRM. But this allows you to text and call people, check your voicemail and all that stuff. And then you've got a bunch of phone numbers, that you can. I think it's $10 per phone number per month. So yeah, we've got a bunch of phone numbers in here we use for campaigns and for different people's direct lines or for acquisitions and disposition, all that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good dialer, texter. And I think that's all the tools, the tool roundup. Hope it helps.